Andrew McCart, IFLTV, delighted for the first time. First of many, no doubt. Adam MACA. You've got a noisy crowd behind us. Might wind you up during this interview, but professionalism, you're going to keep it pro?
Yeah, no, I'm professional. Obviously, they're all immature.
What name? Who's over there?
So we
It's
got
Sonny Edwards
we got
over
Sonny
there.
Edwards, Leo Tang, Ash Martin, Brad Casey. Yeah, so obviously I'm going to keep it professional and mature.
Definitely. Well, listen, you came on my radar when you fought Paul Smith, just young Paul Smith back. What was that? Junior finals, was it?
Youth finals, February 2024.
2024. And then I followed your amateur career from then, and then that's where I started looking at you. I was like, wow, this kid's good. And then Sam Jones was talking about you before he had signed you. And now here we are. Watched your professional debut out at Madison Square Garden. Eddie Hearn's big on you. Frank Smith's big on you. Sam Jones is big on you. I mean, same question I sort of asked Leo Tang. How are you dealing with the pressure for such a young man?
Yeah, sort of pressure. Like they say, pressure makes diamonds. So it's stuff you sort of expect when you turn pro at a young age and you've had sort of a good amateur background. So it's something I knew I was walking into.
Well, that's it. And like I said, you're an exciting young fighter. You don't go for the points win. It seems like you go in there for the knockout. A lot of fighters say if the knockout comes, it comes.
Yeah.
But it seems like you look for it. And I'm only going off your pro debut. Is that safe to say?
That is safe to say. Even as an amateur in 3 rounds, that's what I was looking to do. I was looking to do as little rounds as I can.
Well, listen, obviously, 18-year-old. I saw your interview with Colm, I think it was, for IFLTV.
Yes.
Now, you said, it was tongue-in-cheek. You mentioned bring on a newie. Now, obviously...
I'll say it again.
You'll say it again. I know you're going to say it again. That'll be my headline. Yeah, obviously tongue-in-cheek, but that just how confident you are in your ability and how far you think you're going to go in the sport.
So, yeah, to be fair, I'm confident in my ability because I train hard, I do everything right. So, I just don't see anyone beating me.
Bantamweight?
Super
bantam now. Jeez. So, again, it's a good division to be in.
Yeah.
Looks like Inoue might be moving up to featherweight if he gets the Nick Ball fight. Whoever, we don't know if that's going to happen, but he's got a tough fight against Akhmadaliev. I mean, super bantamweight division, especially at that world level where you want to be right now, is red hot. But again, you need to learn your craft. You need to fill in the weight. You
One
need
step at a time.
One step at a time. And again, it continues tomorrow night against an opponent who's game. So what can we expect from you?
Another knockout.
Is that a promise, Lee?
That's a promise, yeah. I said it last time, and I'll say it again, and I'll deliver again.
Where did power come from? Obviously, being a super bantamweight and the smaller fighters, but you can probably almost say that the smaller fighters get less knockouts than the heavyweights. But it seems you carry a little bit of power. Where does that come from?
Probably good food. My mum is a good cook, and
your mum can punch hard.
Yeah, the size of my dad over there. Look.
How's your dad that big and you're that big?
No, I'll be that big soon.
Okay, so you're gonna go through the weights.
I want to go through, get to heavy, fight Leo.
You hear that, Leo?
I heard that. Room 22.
There's a car park outside.
That's where I'd prefer to be, but obviously I'm keeping it professional. They're all immature.
Definitely,
so
that's right.
Keep the gloves on.
You keep it professional.
That's
the way I expect it from you, Adam. Yeah, obviously, all going well Saturday night. You want to continue the run. What are we looking for by the end of the year? You think you can get a couple more fights in?
Yeah, hopefully another 2 or 3 by the end of the year, and then move on to the more rounds and push on next year.
How are you finding all this? Because I've seen that you're on the Ariel Helwani show as well out in New York, and obviously IFLTV, massive channel as we are. How are you finding all this side of the game? Obviously, the amateur game is just purely training and boxing, training and fighting. With the pro, you've got more interviews to do, you've got more cameras in your face, you've got more obligations to fulfill. How are you finding all that?
Yeah, it's all right, to be fair. I sort of just say what I think. I say what I feel. So it's like I'm just having a conversation with you.
No, that's all it is, really, isn't it? Yeah, and again, I'm sure you're a boxing fan, and talking boxing isn't hard, is it? Really?
I don't know. Yeah.
But
yeah.
You say what you feel, right? So talk to me then. Will you be a world champion this time next year?
No.
You think you still have to learn your craft?
Yeah, 100%. Sort of within the next 4. I want to be world champion in the next 4 years.
Could you become undisputed?
In the next 5.
Next 5. So this time next year. We're doing this interview again a year from now. Where are you?
Sort of probably pushing on for them, British titles. I don't know, Sam. See what my team want from me. sort of Sam told me to think a little bit more before I speak on interviews now.
Oh, and Sam does that.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
sort of they're all pulling the reins a bit, so we'll see. But for myself, I'd fight anyone tomorrow.
Exactly, and that's what I like about you. I like the fact that going on you and Leo and Giorgio Visioli as well was another fight that I really admire. Is you are all very, very young, and it seems like I don't know what's happened somewhere down the line that these young fighters, you are very mature in a way when it comes to the fight game. Do you know what I mean? You're not in a rush. You know your ability. You're confident in your ability, and you're taking the pressure in your stride. Sometimes you see young fighters yesteryear that when the pressure gets them, they fold.
Yeah.
It seems like with you, Leo, Moses, ATAUMA, Giorgio Visioli, all these young fighters, the pressure doesn't affect you, or it seems like it's not affecting you at least.
It's, for me personally, I sort of get in there to have a fight. Whoever's in front of me, I'm gonna do my job. They're gonna try to do their job. And that is what it is. I sort of try to block everything else out.
Frank Smith said to me, I was speaking to Frank Smith about Leo Tang and Moses ATAUMA and the future that might happen, and the hope that it might not. I hope it's not another Anthony Joshua Tyson Fury type
Hopefully
situation.
not. I don't think it will be.
Well, that's good to know because, and then I said to him, I said, that fight happens. What do you think? And he said, you want a right answer? Speak to Adam MACA. I'm too diplomatic, so I want to get your opinion on it. If that fight did happen.
I think Leo beats him. Just everything about Leo.
There you go, Leo. He seems so nice about you.
Yeah, sort of. That's the only place I'm going to compliment him. But yeah, I think obviously that fight won't happen for probably another 4 or 5, maybe more years to come. And I just think Leo will beat him.
Well, I've got to ask these questions as much as I know that Leo has to progress through the heavyweight division.
Yeah,
because
he's on a different.
Yeah.
At the moment, he's on a different journey.
like yourself, yeah.
Yeah, so.
But what's your relationship like with Leo? I know you're good friends
Not
with him,
great.
right? Not great.
No.
No.
So I'm just saying this because that's what I think.
Leo, are you friends with him? Are you two friends?
Oh,
Right.
Anything to say?
No. It seems like you're good friends. You've obviously known each other from the amateurs, right?
Yeah, so we went to the Europeans together in 2023, and that's when we sort of like first sort of became close, like during the Euro camps and stuff. Leo actually knew me in 2021 when I didn't know him, and he would text me saying well done. Leo?
Was he a superstar back then?
Head down.
Nobody.
But yeah, we become good mates in 2023 from the Euro camps and stuff, and we just sort of.
It'll be an interesting journey for the two of you then, being fighting on the same cards and
That's
whatnot,
exciting,
and being in that amateur system together, and then coming through the pro ranks, and then hopefully one day maybe defending or winning world titles together on the same show. That'd be something special, would it not?
That would be, yeah. That's like we've spoke about that since we was 15 years old. So to do that together, even now, we spoke about when we was both turning pro boxing on the same card together. So to be doing that now is like unbelievable.
Well, it's an amazing time. I'm really looking forward to it. Like, Eddie Hearn's really got a fantastic young stable with yourself, with Leo, with Giorgio Visioli, and all these guys. And yeah, I suppose that the one final question from me is, you're going to be fighting in Sunderland in front of a couple of thousand, I think 1,500, 2,000 people, live on DOESN again. We've seen you get the knockout. You've promised me a knockout. But I'm going to ask the question anyway. What can we expect from you on tomorrow night?
Sort of probably a more clinical performance. On my debut, I got a bit excited. His legs buckled a bit, and I just sort of was throwing a load of punches. Sort of a more calm performance from myself, more clinical, and hopefully a good knockout.
I'm sure it will come. Adam, thank you so
Nice
much.
one.
Like I say, this will be
Thank
the
you.
first of many, man, so I'm looking
That's
forward to
it.
it. Thank you, brother. Thank you.